Hey, though. It's the mafia. This shit for all the gangsters, nigga. Real story. Ayy, jugging out the double doors, cuz in the 6'4". I was hitting switches on these niggas back in 94. Basketball practice, and after that I'm back to selling dope. When the cops hit the ab, I done made a rack off of my pager though. When the WAP hit my box, I'ma hit him back, I'm on the payphone. My shoebox getting full, I need to go buy me a safe for real. It's treacherous outside, not supposed to have it, but I paid for it. A brand new out the box, Tootie on me while I'm trapping. And I hope.
Yo, hey man, it's time for that Coach for the Street podcast. Smash that like button, hit that notification bell. We in the streets, right?
You
Y'all
know
know
what's
what it
going on?
is.
That's off the door.
Well, yeah.
Just like that.
Beo Kenny back on the town, 2023.
Showing out like he wasn't even gone.
Like the Memphis cats say, he back on the town, bro. After doing, correct me if I'm wrong, 5 years.
Yeah.
Stupid Duke just got out. He just did a scratch too. I want to say he did 5 years. Now, them two ain't been back on the streets together in years, because majority of the Young Mob members either went to prison, some died, like a lot of things happened. But
The
the
street.
younger mob, the younger mob members, like far as Nuke Bizzle, him and Fat Wizard, Nuke Bizzle in the feds right now. Kenny Muney, he on the paper outside. Who else? Me Casino, he over there with Bread Gang. You feel me? Like
And these was all Young Mob members.
all of them
So
boys
basically, what
was
you're saying is
mobbing.
they people that was all in Young Mob went a whole in different directions with
Yeah,
who
once
or
once
who they was
once the
rocking
big
with.
dog once the big dogs ended up falling, going down the road, you feel me? Because they had some serious cases they was fighting, you feel me? They had the city at the time, like NBA Youngboy had Baton Rouge, Young Mob had the streets in Memphis one time. You feel me? And back in the G,
Yeah.
they was getting into it with Gotti. You feel me? Like they was the
Mm-hmm.
first ones to kick off the Gotti diss, like King Young Star. I forgot how you say his name, but he made the first one, the whole Gotti song. Then OG Boo Dirty, he dropped his. Like I think they had one more too, but these was the songs that had the juice in the streets of Memphis at the time. You see what I'm saying? And that history is so long because them some steppers that ended up getting back on the street, because according to the streets, they said when Beo Kenny and Stupid Duke was on the streets at the same time, like
It was
it,
pressure.
yeah, it was hell to pay. I believe them too, and
And I
they
feel
had
like
Big Moto.
when niggas like that, you reputable like that, you stamped in the street like that, the streets give you your blue check.
Hmm.
You kind of come
Like
home, with a grasp on the situation you left even more. You
like
know what I mean? And
like
that's what I
the
think we seeing with Beo Kenny, because it's like, okay,
he
Beo
a
Kenny was
general.
already one of the big dogs, but since he
He
came
he's a
home,
general.
yeah, but since he didn't came home, because I went and watched, like I wasn't hip to Beo Kenny, so
Hmm.
when I start seeing all these things, I had to start going and watch and seeing who is this, and I start seeing
Yeah.
interviews from 5 years ago, 6 years ago, Like
Mm-hmm.
he was doing stuff then, so I could clearly see without even knowing this whole background that he really was out there like that. He was putting CDs out about the feds watching and all that then.
Mm-hmm.
So I really could understand like how serious it was for him, how serious of a dude he was
He
outside.
was he was he was the Pooh Shiesty of that generation.
And and this ain't taking nothing away from Pooh Shiesty because I listen, I bumped Pooh Shiesty and he one of the
Like,
heavy hitters from Memphis. Like he put Memphis on the map. But when it come to Beo Kenny, I gotta put them. It's a little bit different because I'm not saying Pooh Shiesty didn't have wasn't stamped by the streets. We know who his dad was. We know what he come
mm-hmm.
it's really like in his blood for real. But when we talking about Beo Kenny, we talking about a different type of monster, a different
I
type of
mean, I
street
agree.
because we know what Young Mob was and is still to this day in Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we hear about the double R's and the Trulers, and shout out to them too, because we ain't taking nothing from them, neither.
Right.
But
Salute
Young
them.
Mob had the city for a long time. And due to certain people from certain cliques and stuff like that, going and rapping with these niggas that got money, they got more reach to be able to shed light on what they got going on. And it in
That's
some
how
ways could take light from Young Mob because the big heads was gone. But they back. You feel what I'm
that's
saying?
that's how Gucci was able to find OG Boo Dirty by watching Young Ma.
See what I'm saying? So it's like with Young Mob, him coming home with Young Mob, it's like he was something like that. He was that before he left, and he wasn't Pooh Shiesty status when he went to jail. So the
True.
power he had without having that star power, it is kind of unmatched if you got to compare the two. Because like with Pooh Shiesty, we don't know prior to 1017 if Pooh Shiesty was one of the big dogs.
I
I
see what you're
don't know
saying. I see what you're
personally
saying.
if from Chopper Gang or whatever they clique is over there. I don't know. The streets, I haven't heard the streets say, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Shiesty run them.
Yeah.
He the big dog. Everybody's saying that about Beo Kenny. He don't got to tell you too much of nothing. Look
Nah.
how he coming. Like he ain't got no major scene. He ain't went platinum. He ain't in the biggest videos. He came home, niggas 100,000. Huh, take these chains, huh, bust down, huh, nigga whips, and he coming home like a celebrity, bruh. And if your respect in the street get you that, that speak volumes, bruh, because that ain't happening
I
to
agree.
every street nigga, even the ones with quote unquote respect.
I
Ain't
agree.
coming home with that. I just seen nigga come home a couple months ago. I think he got a pair of shoes. That was it.
I'm talking about as soon as he pop out, nothing but them hitters out there.
You see what I'm saying? And he's still in that 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 bracket where the young niggas crazy.
I mean,
So he can push that button and certain things gonna go crazy. That's why he popping like he. That's why he popping his stuff like he been popping his stuff because he know. That's why he like nigga. It ain't Young Mob if I ain't stamping it ain't Young Mob. He let niggas know
mm-hmm.
like them niggas ain't official around me.
Right. He can say that.
That's what I'm saying. That just lets you know how much of a reputable type of nigga he is outside. Once again, I ain't taking nothing from Shiesty. But we talking about a nigga that the music really ain't included in his reputation. It's all
True.
street. He
It's
he getting
gangster.
he it's almost like Tay Savage. The music,
Yeah.
yeah, but the reputation gonna make you click on the videos just because you know what type of nigga he is.
And the thing is, he wasn't no late bloomer either. Like they show, like there's certain little documentary clips of cats from Memphis that done. Uh, they got like juvenile pictures, and they got stories of when this man was out there allegedly slanging iron. You feel me? At a young age, they like he earned his respect early for him to be that height.
But
He not no tall
it's
guy,
you see it though.
huh?
You don't see Beo Kenny been home popping it. You ain't heard no nigga. You ain't
Nah,
heard no nigga with a video up opposing him. Who done said something?
nah.
Who done said
What's up?
something? Cause I ain't seen no videos up of no nigga talking about Beo Kenny and how he ain't this and he
I mean,
ain't that.
there,
No flaw. I ain't.
according to the streets, home solid.
You see what I'm
Cause
saying?
yes, so when your city can vouch for you, it hit different.
And seeing how a city uh showed up for him when he came home, that's what made me really go check like who is this? Cause I know he ain't like no big rapper because I ain't never heard of it. So
Home's a real.
it was something else. It was something else. So I had to go dig and look into that
But
because
see and see the crazy, and you know what's crazy? Cause cats who be Kenny height always be the most dangerous ones in the street.
but if you think about it, cuz in history, all the men that was powerful was short. Hitler was
I
short.
agree.
The nigga that run the Korea right now, Hoon Poon or whatever his name is, that nigga
Yeah,
short.
yeah.
All the rulers, they was short, bruh. It wasn't 1 6'7" nigga walking around. Yeah, what I say is
No.
all these niggas was couldn't dunk, but they can get 1,000 people killed.
Hmm. It's like that in my city. Like two of the most notorious gangsters that was rocking out together. They was like 5 foot, man.
Real
Stepping
50
on.
Cent in New York that got killed. Rest in peace to the real 50 Cent. That nigga was like 5'5",
Yeah.
terrorizing Queen.
They say, buddy,
It don't be
home.
the big buff nigga. They actually
Nah,
die faster.
nah. It always be it always be the short one that got the
Skinny
voice of the
nigga.
streets every time.
Every time.
Like like because according to the streets, allegedly, back in the days when they was beefing with God in them, a lot of blood was shed. You feel me?
So
And
okay. Where does Moneybagg Yo? Where's the issue with Beo Kenny
okay,
and Moneybagg Yo?
allegedly they said, okay, they had done made up, right? And got past that and did a song called "Uh-Oh." Did million view did it did numbers because it was a street anthem, and plus it was Young Maul. Like they said that Bag turned around,
It was a World Star video.
right? Bag did a album called Elo.
Mm.
Elo was a guy. I think he was a Young Mob member.
Uh-huh.
Okay, they said Moneybagg Yo ended up doing the feature with the guys who knocked off one of the Young Mob generals.
Mm.
So that's where they didn't respect it because they like, okay, we done got past the bullshit. I mean, excuse me, we done got past the bull crap. Now you done went over there and did a feature with Buddy who knocked off our people.
Mm-hmm.
Plus you done signed to the op.
Oh, so Moneybagg was Young Mob.
Yes.
and then he went and signed with the Ops.
He
That's
signed
a
with
big problem.
CMG. That's two stripes.
That's like being a Crip and then you go over there and you a Damu now.
Yeah.
Vice versa.
Cause they like, what you doing, fool? Like blood done been shed on both sides. It ain't been people ain't came to a mutual agreement, and you don't went over there and signed with these dudes. You see what I'm saying? Like you got
Treason,
it's
nigga.
pitch.
It's treason.
It's like you was in Young Mob old videos with the rest of them, but due to people getting locked up and people dying and
But
everything,
most of the
I don't
issue
know.
comes from Beo Kenny getting locked up, like you said. A lot of the big dogs getting locked up, and then the ones that's still out, that's still moving around, they starting to side with a lot of the ops.
Hmm.
So you
See,
come
because
home and this nigga that was a stepper for y'all, he over there with the ops, and the other old buddy, he over there.
because
Yeah, that's weird.
see, while all of them was gone, the only one that was coming at him on the mic was Boo Dirty. You see what I'm saying? But his voice wasn't big enough no more to shadow like he was like. Don't get me wrong, Boo Dirty. He's a raw rapper. He could rap, but you know how the industry is versus the streets. But now you got Stupid Dupe back out. You got Beo Kenny back out. Boo Dirty ended up shaking hands with Gotti. They made amends, and I forgot what show it was, but he
So
brought Boo Dirty out.
okay, now it's really coming to me because when Gotti was going through this thing with OG Boo Dirty, that was really a young mob situation then. So that was really
Correct.
OG Boo Dirty and Young Mob pressing Young Gotti. I mean Yo Gotti.
Mm-hmm.
So when all that
Facts.
transpires at the club, when somebody lost their life,
Mm-hmm.
between them two being in the same vicinity, that was a Young Mob CMG issue right there.
I don't know. I don't know exactly if somebody died during the CMG war,
When
but blood.
Boo Gotti, OG Boo Dirty, and Yo Gotti did get into it at one point in time. I think they got into it in the club or something somewhere.
Yeah,
Some
but Boo
shooting,
Dirty got shot.
some shooting transpired. Somebody died because remember they
Oh,
was looking
okay.
for Gotti to question Gotti.
Yeah,
He
they
didn't get
did.
charged with nothing, but somebody did lose their life. The beef
You
got
right.
squashed after that.
You right.
Cause I remember, cause I really didn't start getting hip to OG Boo Dirty until that Yo Gotti situation where somebody got shot, but it was between them
He
because
got
I
shot.
started seeing him with Akon all the time. And when Boo Dirty was telling his story all the time, he was always he was talking about how Akon basically came, got him, and helped him, get out of the
The
realm he was
trenches.
in, far as the war with Gotti.
Yeah, because that was
So
that was real. That was real smoke.
yeah. But
So that's
see, not
why.
knowing him like that, then I'm not knowing nothing about Young Mob, so I'm not knowing that he's Young Mob. I'm not knowing that it's a Young Mob versus TMG thing. I'm just when that happened, I'm just thinking like God, he seen some niggas, something happened in the club and some shit. I didn't know it was like he knew these niggas and it was like real smoke with the niggas. This incident was real smoke incident, like it was
Hmm.
like some BDs versus GDs type thing.
It was pressure.
Yeah, so all these years later now, we talking about it now. It's just like all coming together.
It's like something that basically like something that it done rekindled. Like the light done somebody struck the match again.
Okay then. So Moneybagg, Young Mob. We
Hmm.
already established Boo Dirty come from Young Mob. Um, Beo Kenny, Stupid Dude. Um, wasn't Black Youngster Young Mob at one time?
Nah, I never heard about
Was
him
it?
being your mom. Nah, I didn't hear nothing about him.
Okay, but they all hung together. So I'm just gonna assume because Moneybagg was in it, was Finesse in it?
I don't think finesse from. I don't think finesse is from that side of town. Like they like Boo Dirty and Bag. Like they from Walker Home. They from the same spot. Like I don't want to say the wrong thing, but I don't know what
You don't
part of
think
South
so?
Memphis. I don't know what part. I mean, matter of fact, I hear a youngster talk about Macmillan Street. That was his spot. I don't know what set of vice lords he was when he was vice lord over there, but that's where a whole lot of vice lords be at.
Because it seemed almost like Young Mob was a mixture of different gangs, or was it all Vice Lord?
Now because you got like put it like this. According to the streets, allegedly all of the high ranking members from Young Mob was already high ranking members from their original game.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know about no Lokes being in the middle, but I know it Stupid Duke, he blood, Beo Kenny, he blood, New Bilzer, he blood. But like everybody else, I think they was Vice Lord.
it's
You know
crazy.
what I mean?
And we got to shout out Kenny Money too because we know he come from Young Mob. But not only do he come from Young Mob, he represent Paper Route. He one of the biggest steppers over there, man.
He
And when I say
outside for
this,
sure.
I'm not just gonna count the street reputability and the stuff he doing in the street. We gotta talk about the music too because Dolph is gone. And I'm having a critical opinion right now when I say this. But to me, sauce wise, drip wise. Granted, Dolph was more of a cool nigga. He didn't want you to see him on Demon Time like that. But Kenny Money, one of them niggas gonna let you know, like, nigga, don't get it messed up. No matter how I can go buy a Maybach truck
Hmm.
today, but I'll pull up in your hood with the members tomorrow in the Maybach truck if you play with me. So it's like,
Hmm.
and he really standing for that, not just for himself and not just for Young Mob, but he's standing for that for Paper Route too, though.
Yeah, Lord,
And you
he
gotta
was.
salute that, man, because right now, with since Dolph been gone, the hardest step has been Key Glock and Kenny Money.
I mean, one thing I could say, like you said, Holmes outside, like he done took shots too behind this paper route
Yeah.
business. You feel me? So of course he got the right where it ain't even he got the right. He's supposed to feel like a lion outside. You see what I'm saying? Like he's standing firm.
He's standing firm in the music and in the street because at a time where they lost their biggest artist and
And,
CEO was
and
Dolph.
then see you gotta think all of the internet with the internet shenanigans when Dolph kept getting shot, everybody kept saying, "Oh man, them boys on paper out, they soft." I'm willing to bet you when dog get whacked, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody gonna do this and do that. Man,
But
look.
see, that was people. They was riding your Gotti coattail
Mm-hmm. Just because
because
Flipper
when they
didn't
shot
push.
Young Dolph in Cali, it was multiple niggas with Gotti.
Mm-hmm.
Dolph was walking by himself at the time. They could have just jumped on Dolph.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Nigga chose to pull out a weapon and try to smoke him out. That lets you know right there they was sucking. Cause y'all
I
not in
mean,
Memphis, y'all in California. So Dolph probably weighed 145 with the clothes on. They made themselves look weak, bruh. And then not only that, you embarrassed yourself because when y'all should have just went on here and jumped on him, nigga pulled out a stick and got to clapping at him, clapped him up, and you didn't even kill him.
see, it's the thing. Even though the heat was on outside, Flipper wasn't pushing uh his boys to crash out. You know what I mean? He had members the whole time. He could have actually went
Do you
and
really know
supply.
that to be true? Cause you really think Dolph was out there with soldiers and wasn't activating them? Like I
I
said, Dolph
mean,
was a cool nigga. He's so cool. He ain't want you to know nothing but I'm getting money and I'm
that's
wearing
fact.
all the fly stuff.
That
You don't need to know about this extra stuff.
that's how he was supposed to do it.
So I'm not gonna say Dolph didn't get niggas stepped on.
Yeah, I can't say
You
that
feel
either.
me? I can't say
Yeah,
that
I mean
just
because
because
that's
he didn't tell us or just because
it's
he
the
didn't
it's
show us.
the I mean at the end of the day we know how this street shit go. You
At
feel
the
me?
end of the day, Dolph was cocky, he was arrogant, and he ain't bite his tongue for
I
his
mean
pop.
you at some point, you know, when you a boss, you gotta flex your muscle one day.
Yeah, but he was doing this the whole time, and that just lets you know everybody get caught lacking. They just happen to catch him lacking at what you know what I mean. But I feel like he was like that because he had he had them steppers was on activate, man. They was activated, man.
And he knew that.
We
He
just
knew
wasn't
that.
hearing about it. Nobody wasn't blogging about until Dolph died. This didn't turn into something that was used for content all the time. What was
It was
going on with
like
him and Gotti?
so much blood done spilled behind this.
And we
Like,
gotta know that he didn't activated the soldiers before because look how tore up. Memphis ain't just tore up because of PRE and CMG. It was tore up before them, but they playing a big part in tearing it up right now because
yeah,
there's so many people affiliated to both sides. It ain't like
yeah,
just 2, 3 corners is attached to CMG and just 2, 3 other corners and projects attached to P. Nah, nigga, it's like the city split in half, literally. It might not be
hmm
territory wise split in half because it's niggas affiliated to them niggas on all sides of town. But it literally got the city split in half because you got one half of the city like they on this side, the other half of the city on that side.
and everybody know it's gonna get messy. See, they done see like Future done changed stupid Duke name. They changed it to Spooky Duke.
Oh, so yeah, BG.
No, but like you know, Future. You know, they say when Future go down there, he used to be kicking it with Young Marv now.
Okay.
Way back in the day. Like he been here, like
So he been tied
them,
in with them.
yeah, them and Scooter and them, they been, you know, conversing with them boys down there. It ain't nothing new.
There's a lot
But
of other states tapped in with Memphis because it's a lot of
I mean, you
gang
gotta
culture
you
going on, and it
I
ain't just
mean
California gang culture, it's Chicago gang culture too. So they got two different cultures
it
of
I
gang.
mean even instead, like I tell niggas all the time, like, bro, in rough environments, my nigga, where it was soul and blues, where they come from that root, the music always be there. It's like the rose that grew from the concrete, bro. That's where you gonna get the best of the best. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah,
When it come down to music, always in the roughest cities, the roughest environments was poverty, no jobs, or just a bunch of killing. In the midst of it all, it always be some good music come from out them areas, man.
and Memphis been had good music coming up out of
Hmm.
there, and it's still good music coming out every day. It's the vibes that turned into like Atlanta. I'm not gonna say the music has because Memphis always had a different sound. They did one thing I can commend Memphis about is they didn't get the light shed on them chasing another region's wave of how they rapping. They kept it Memphis.
Yeah,
Now they got people trying to rap like Memphis niggas. That's how big of an influence they got in the game right now. But it's a lot of light getting shed on the streets because it's a lot of these niggas that's rappers from Memphis tied to all the stuff that's going on in the streets.
I mean, if you talking about being a gangster rapper in Memphis, you really gotta be a stiff one to get
You gonna have to
approved. Unless,
be a gangster too.
yeah, you gotta be a stiff one. Like,
It's just like Chicago and Cali. You need to be
yeah, ain't no
properly gangster
like
and
ain't
do
no
that.
it ain't too funny where suckers get approved. You feel me? Cause you gonna get eight. That's how it always been. That's just the culture of how they was bred. Like they real born steppers, just like, you know what I mean, like you said, like Chicago's and your Louisianas and your
And they
Cleveland.
been like that. It just wasn't
Yeah.
no light being shed worldwide on the violence in Memphis. It's the
Hmm.
light being shed on Memphis because Memphis been in the top 10 in the
It's
rap game for a long time now. So
I
now that the
mean
light is on them and they like top 3,
I mean
the violence got more light shed on it now because all the rappers that we watching are part of the violence.
true.
We watching them go to jail for indulging in the violence, or we watching them lose their
Yeah,
life
because
for
no nobody
indulging in the violence.
nobody nobody died in the Player Fly and DJ Paul beef.
You
You
see
know what
what
I
I'm
mean?
saying?
Yeah, they just was rhyming. It's different.
Memphis rappers wasn't getting smoked in the
Mm-mm.
90s because of
I
street.
mean, to tell you the truth, shoot, and
Now it might hold on because I don't want no niggas jumping in the comments talking about you know
no,
what I'm saying. Yes, it
no,
was some rap
well,
niggas got killed. They probably wasn't big as 8 Ball,
no,
MJG,
no, we
DJ
we we
Squeaky, and these types of niggas, man.
we talking about register I mean Memphis rappers that register on the outside that had a buzz. We know it's a whole lot of Memphis legends that didn't get they just do. We know that, but we talking about the ones that was in stores, in our stores.
Yeah,
You see what
like
I'm
today,
saying?
all these young niggas at the store.
Yeah,
All these young niggas, millions of views YouTube, chains on, $40,000 grills, bust down AP. Man, these niggas is everything. They having big scat packs, SRTs, and
yeah.
niggas, yeah, they do track hawks and they doing all of that.
They living.
They
They
live it.
living.
But
Yeah.
them same ones, we watching them either get took away from the streets and going to
I
jail or get
mean,
took away from the
I
streets and
mean,
expiring.
I put it like this, bro. A gangster city like M Town, bro. This just my personal opinion. Only thing I would do is just cut my portion to my people, and after that, I tell you, boy, I'm gone. I can't stay here. I can't be outside here thugging with y'all like that. If y'all want to come rock out with me on
It's
the
too
other side,
risky, man.
it's too
But
risky.
the minute that you make it, and then you
And
go back, and then you plug back in,
this ain't
you
about
you you giving these folks a reason to hit you with a conspiracy.
it's like
And it don't take a lot to hit you with conspiracy, bro. All you got to do is have some knowledge of or be affiliated to.
like it's step against step down there in that M town, boy. That's just
There it
what
is.
it is.
I think
It
the
ain't
only person we seen from Memphis in the 90s, if even if he, I don't even know if he had went to jail. He might have went to jail early 2000s for real.
who,
Project Pat.
yeah,
You see what I'm saying? Like he was the only one that we knew that was a street nigga from Memphis
that was
that was
going to do biz.
was a major label artist
And
that went down about some street stuff.
and I shout out. I tip my hat to OG because now he going from jail to jail, prison to prison,
Yeah,
and he got dudes getting saved. You know what I mean? Like he doing God's work right now. You feel me? Like ain't can't nobody give a story to the inmates like a person that been in the same shoes that they been in or worse. You feel me?
for sure, for
Project
sure.
Pat, Project Pat
Especially in
is
that
a
situation, they gonna listen to a nigga that been right there with them, that been in
because
the same thing.
they know that he done had that hammer in his hand and he done put it to work. You feel me? And went and laid down like a man, but you keep doing bids back to back like that, you don't get no trophies for that, my nigga.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you don't get nothing
And
but
it's
time
worse
of your.
now because the younger generation in rap making way more money.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Whereas back in the day, the biggest deal you was gonna get was $1 million. These niggas come out, stream some songs that go viral a couple times on their own, and they making 5 million, $6 million deals for 2 albums, 3 albums, and the money it's just way more money. It's YouTube money. It wasn't no such thing as YouTube money back in Snoop Dogg day, Tupac day. So it's like a lot of money on the table for these dudes. They getting a lot of money, but we seeing these niggas die, catch RICO cases, get caught with switches, get caught with
I
guns.
mean,
Like,
it's see, this the thing. Everybody got pride issues. You feel me? Like you know, the smoke is thick. It's hot as a firecracker out the door. You got this money. You can ain't nothing wrong with saying like, look, man, I'm finna just like Key Glock did. You seen when the smoke got up, he put all his cars on the trailer. He left. It wasn't nothing about that cowardly or nothing. It just you work hard for everything that you got. Why lose it when all you got to do is just leave?
yeah.
It's simple,
But only
but
only thing it's two sides to that because you 100%. I agree with you 100% what you're saying. It's the only thing when it comes to us as street niggas though. We can leave our city, but being a street nigga, trouble can always find you anywhere just because you're a
I
street.
agree.
You know what I
But
mean?
I mean, we talking about a city that they've been saying is the most dangerous city 2023, 2022. Ever since Flipper died, they saying Memphis been the most dangerous city. So I mean, if you're
And we have
successful,
seen a lot of rappers die, and a lot of niggas that stand beside the rappers die.
mm-hmm.
In
So
Memphis,
with that being said, you either act like you got some sense or get it took from you.
or get
Cause
smushed.
that's just how they coming in that M town. They ain't got no peace.
No, they don't. And it's really up. It's so much smoke because you got this side into it with that side. And that's all going on times 10 outside of the paper route and CMG situation.
Mm-hmm.
If you took them out the equation right now, Memphis would still be on fire because you still had these issues. There's still blood on the ground with all these different sections,
Everywhere.
projects. So it's still
Everywhere.
gonna be up. This just intensifies it because you got niggas that's rich into it with each other, and ain't nobody trying to stand down. And the niggas that's with them not trying to stand down neither.
But now let's hit the pause button on this. Now let's talk about how what we need to touch up on. Uh
BJ the Bounty Hunter,
yeah.
Rico, Murder Inc.,
Mm-hmm.
Death Row. Yeah, we about to pop this footage up real quick. It's on standby. See what he talking about. But I guess he insinuating that when it was a point in time back in the day, um, Jay Prince, the Gotti brothers, and Suge Knight, they all was close. And they was all thinking about putting something together, like making a power move, like a real corporate label distribution power move together. But when this start really getting put in the air in the atmosphere like that to where people was hearing about it, all of a sudden, Rap a Lot, Death Row, Murder Inc. was targets by the Fed. So I guess, Bounty Hunter BJ gonna talk about
Break it
what
down.
led to that.
So he came up with this concept, black distributors. So being the fact that Death Row, Rap a Lot, Murder Inc., No Limit, I'm leaving out one. It was one more because it was five. Oh, Rockefeller. These were, and Bad Boy was on the list, but it was exempt based on Simon and P. Diddy's situation and relations. So his overall idea was eventually to bring Bad Boy and them in and become a part of it as well if they want to merge and join. However, those main five that I just named, Simon came up with this concept, this idea, bro, we should become black distributors and bring all of these main CEOs together who's running these prominent companies right now that's independent, who's selling millions and millions of records. We all come together, bro, and distribute our own music and distribute out and package our own shit. So Simon hosted a couple of meetings, and these meetings was underground. So
let me ask you this: was everybody flying to LA for these meetings?
2 and 4th.
2 and 4, okay.
2 and 4th. He was LA, some parts of New York, and down south to Houston.
Okay.
And so, but primarily here in LA. But Simon was flying different places though, dealing with the CEOs of the matter.
Okay.
And so when he came up with this concept, like I say, he introduced it to these individuals. So nobody really knew about it as far as the industry. So nobody knew about the black distribution situation that he was setting up until we had a major hip hop summit. We had a major summit that Steve Harvey and Nation of Islam had hosted in the DJ Quick. And Simon showed up at the Simon. This was the last, matter of fact, the last hip hop summit we had before we just had the recent one a couple of years ago in Universal with Snoop and them. But Simon turned the hip hop summit out. You feel me? He showed up and with the Booyah Tribe and and you know what I'm saying, a few of the PRE hitters showed up with them and turned the whole summit out. Niggas was in there shaking like a leaf, man. Shaking like a leaf when Simon hit the building, man. You can hear niggas, you can hear a motherfucking needle drop hit the ground, right? So I'm sitting there waiting on these niggas to get there. Once they got there, Quick jumped up and ran and broke wide out his seat, and a couple of other niggas ain't broke wide. So I got up and sitting Quick in them seat. No, matter of fact, true story, true fact. Quick passed a note for somebody to read, and they passed it to me, and I passed it on down to the panel. And Steve Harvey was sitting right here, and Big Boy was sitting right here. So I took Quick's seat, because Quick and them got up and exit out the side door when Suge got in. So when Suge got there, Suge sit on the same side I'm on. It's Simon, me, Uncle Mike was sitting right here in the first chair, Uncle Mike Reception. Then you had Russell Simmons, wasn't in the building, but he had a seat that was supposed to have been there, but he wasn't there. Then you had Steve Harvey and Big Boy, right? So this was when he kind of publicized it and introduced it and started talking about it. And no sooner as after that summit.
And what year was this?
To be exact, I want to give and take. I know because we just went into the millennium, which was 2000. I want to say give and take anywhere between 2001, 2002.
Okay.
Give and take 2001, 2002, somewhere in that area. And when that took place at the summit, he went to New York. He came back, and I remember we was chilling one night. We was going to a function, and then he brought up the subject about Jay-Z. He started talking about Jay-Z. He talked about Dame, how solid Dame was. You know, Dame was a good businessman, and Dame on his shit, but he was concerned about the nigga Jay-Z. He's a faggot. He's a bitch. He's a faggot. That's all he kept saying. Like Jay-Z was talking about Jay-Z. Come to find out, you know, Jay-Z, Jigga was supposed to have been the one who blew the whistle on the whole ordeal. On the whole ordeal, the fact that they was having these underground secretive meetings.
Hold on. So basically you're trying to say that...
I ain't trying to say a motherfucking thing. I just said it, ninja. Fuck you mean what I'm trying to say? What's wrong with you goddamn interviewees? Nigga, I ain't trying to say shit. I said Jigga blew the whistle.
He snitched.
Oh Lord, I can't hear you.
He cleared the air with what he was saying. He ain't snitched to the police. He just blew the whistle on
He rained
them
on a
trying to
parade.
but think about it. I believe what he's saying for the sole purpose of think about it. He blow the whistle on Jay Prince, Snoop, Suge, and Murder Inc., right? Dame and them. He blow the whistle on them. Decade later, guess what he did? He did the same thing they was trying to do, but he did it himself with Title. Title is what they was trying to. It might not have been called Title. It might have been something else, but he ended up doing. He blew the whistle on them and ended up doing what they was gonna try to do, which was create a self-powered distribution label. Title sign people.
I mean, I did what you saying, but I ain't surprised. I ain't surprised at him making that move.
Why you say that?
I mean, you got to think about it. Them dudes wasn't in cahoots with his campaign.
Yeah, but if they trying to include you in something and you see all the black leaders as part of it, why
First of
would you
all,
not be part of that?
first of all, we got to think about these dudes that's in the loop that got reputations.
He probably was
That
scared of all of them for real.
that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, you want me to be in the loop with the Godfather of Houston and the big bad wolf of the West Coast. Come on,
And hold
man.
on,
And
you want me to deal
and
with
Herb and you know what I mean, Murder
Herb
Inc.
and them mess with Preem and all them kingpin, street
We
kingpin.
we we we
They ain't want no
we
they ain't want no parts of that.
we talk about some official tissue, not no Family Dollar type shit, bro. We talk about official tissue when you speaking over them three.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
see what I'm saying? So of course he ain't want to bust it down with them.
So
Cause
you
he
think
probably
it was
look at it like,
intimidation then?
huh?
So you think it was solely out of being intimidated by them?
In my opinion, because whether back then it wasn't no social media, but people know what was going on with rappers in different people's cities, if that makes sense. We know who was responsible for this nigga getting through in New York, this nigga getting robbed, like
Mm.
this nigga getting extorted, this rapper getting hit across the head. Like, it's all bad news. I'm hearing more bad news than good news. So it's like, why would I go get in the loop with y'all? First of all, I don't know y'all. This business, yeah, it's business, but at the end of the day, I ain't feeling it.
I believe what he's saying up to
And
what
and, and
he's
rest in peace to DMX. I think if they was to ask DMX, would he do it? I don't think he would do it either.
I don't think it would be from being intimidated though.
No, it wouldn't be intimidated. It's just like, no, I'm gonna fix my table. I'm gonna fix my
Like,
table in my
think
own
about it,
place.
cuz think about it. Suge Knight, West Coast. Jay Prince.
It would have been. I
You
know
still
exactly
probably
what
would have
you're
had to,
saying.
cause Jay Prince just ain't gonna cover the whole South. You're gonna have to go get a Florida nigga. You see what I'm saying? You go, it's certain parts of the South you're gonna have to go get a Baltimore too. Cause Prince don't call no shot for Louisiana, for Florida.
I mean, but you got
You
to
see what
think
I'm
about it,
saying?
man.
Georgia.
You gotta think about it,
Cause
man.
you come up here, you got the Midwest, you got Trick laying the law down in Detroit. So he like could be like the Midwest region nigga. You feel what I'm saying?
I feel what you're
Oh,
saying, but
don't fit at that table.
due
Dame would
to
have fit at the table because Dame wasn't intimidated by people.
see due to like you gotta think Jay don't come off as a aggressive guy, and there is nothing wrong with that. But mainly dudes that be laid back like that, they already got one in position. Like they more of the brain. You feel me? They
No,
ain't gonna
Hove
be a
a chess player for sure.
yeah.
I just think behind closed doors he have shiesty moments.
I mean, for sure, he from the streets.
Because look at all you went through with Dame and Big. It's no
Like,
way that you, Dame and Big, should still be y'all should be billionaires together.
I mean, bruh, me and you know how this street shit go. It probably be different if if they wasn't from the street, but these niggas is real street guys, and they still think that way. They corporate, but towards each other, they still street.
I
Ain't
just
nothing changed.
think I can't really say he ruined something because we know Jay Prince, we know Suge, we know Murder Inc. how they was. So that might not even have lasted long, because who's to say the rappers would have been getting their money, and you see what I'm saying?
Bro.
And Hove had that problem too when he started Tidal. A lot of rappers were saying they wasn't getting they payments, wasn't dropping from Tidal and stuff. So it's like every machine got bugs you gotta fix, but like years later, Hove so more farther advanced and so much more polished, because them niggas all gonna resort to violence at the drop of a hat. Hove gonna play chess.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
And that's
Like
why he where he
one
at.
this one thing we know, right? It ain't no different in the streets. A smart a smart dude gonna forever outlive a tough dude.
It's back.
We done seen it a million times. All the hard niggas break. That's just how it go. The smart nigga, he be here forever in the day.
And you could tell Hove precise. That's how you know he a chess player. He pick and choose who get to hang around.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
For
The minute
sure.
you get too far away from what we doing, and you going backwards back out to that, ain't no more brunches for you, bruh.
Nah. It be like,
You
I
need that
mean,
change back,
cause
bruh.
cause it's like if I throw you an alley hoop and you don't dunk it, bro, you don't dunk it, that's you. I don't need, like, you feel me?
Man,
It's just how
shit
they go.
crazy, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's just like a nigga in the street, man. You finna tap in with a plug, and a nigga step on your toes for the plug, etc. It's a cutthroat game, man.
Most
And
definitely.
you know, it's been instances where we look at Hove like he made certain decisions that make him look like he cutthroat.
I mean, at the end of the day, being a gangster, you're gonna have to flex that muscle sometime. You can't be Mr. Nice Guy. Everybody gonna think you gotta pull that belt out sometime.
But that's where Hove smart though, cuz because he don't have to pull the muscle out. He pull the smarts out and then play the muscle for him. It's just like 50. He stopped having to run around with 100 niggas with bulletproof vests on, because he knew how to embarrass niggas on Instagram and in his songs. And you see what I'm saying? So, and that was hurting more than me catching you and punching you.
Mm-hmm.
So he kind of play the same game. It's just everything he do, he get super rich off of it.
I mean, like Cameron was getting sued 100,000 every time he dissed him.
Yeah.
Like he said,
That's what
allegedly.
I'm saying. That hurts. He's so smart. He know how to make you pay for playing with him without having to
Yeah,
physically do nothing to you. Okay, nigga, how
yeah.
many times can you say my name before this start to hurt your pocket, nigga? Because I know after about 4 times you gonna start picking and choosing when you say my name, nigga. Because
Mm-hmm.
ain't nobody just got no 500,000 to be throwing away mentioning my name.
Like, and he got shot behind it. He say like after
I think
alleged,
he got shot in
alle-
DC because he played
he
the shit.
said he said
He said they threw up a
allegedly.
rock, but you know what I'm saying? A nigga here might shoot you right now and throw up 63rd.
I mean, but
He ain't never been to Chicago.
but see, this the thing. It's no different from the 4K trade member
But he
swinging on
when that
NLE chopper.
happened, he said they threw the diamond up when they shot him. But a lot of
Yeah,
people from DC streets was more or less like he got shot because he was playing the nigga that told on Wayne Perry. Because Alpo told on Wayne Perry. Wayne Perry was from DC. He was the top stepper from DC.
hey man, it's real in that. in that hip hop field.
But then again, we know Hov, once again, chess player. He not gonna tell
Yeah,
you, gonna do nothing to you.
man,
So
look,
if that happened, that could have been him that sent that
he, the,
because we don't know where Hov got ties to. Hov that much of a secretive dude. We don't know. That nigga was talking about St. Thomas and had me looking it up. Where is that at? If somebody got plugs in St. Thomas, where is that at? Is that in New York?
like, hey
He was
man,
way more advanced than we even knew him to be when he came out. He
it's a
was way,
digital world. It's a digital world, and you barely see that boy.
but when you do see him, it's money moving though.
You best believe it's a job.
It's money moving. He really calling shots over the phone in the offices. He don't have to worry about. He's still considered one of the best rappers in the world to this day,
He that guy. He that
and he
guy for
he
sure.
got to drop no albums. And yet he still do it, and people are like, "Oh, that was trash." But if you really listen to it, he giving you a blueprint on how to get
The
your.
thing is, people so used to music with no substance. That's why it's like poison to their ears. Cause they used to these rappers just saying words. You feel me? A lot of these
Whistling
rappers, all
together.
they doing is saying words with no substance. And Hov give you real substance. You know what I mean?
Rewind it 3, 4 times to understand that one bar.
You might have to define the word or that place that he talking about to see what you know what I mean? That's just how he rock. That's why he hold. But this all we got for y'all on this episode. It's time for that culture for the streets, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Hit that like button. Latch off the door, fool.
It's on the flow, man. Get us
We
to
gone.
10K, man. Make sure you don't leave up out the trap till you ding them bells. Hit that notification bell and like this video, man. Comment in the comment section, man. Let's keep it moving, man. Everyday content droppers, man. We out of here. It's like that.
Like that. We gone.